Like, I don't believe in AIDS. I don't think AIDS is real.
Wait, what do you think?
I never met anybody that had AIDS or HIV.
I met one guy.
Really? From New Jersey.
Definitely
from New Jersey.
They don't got AIDS in Philly.
No AIDS in Philly.
His father was having an affair on the wife, like with men. Mm-hmm. He got AIDS.
Oh no.
And he died.
What? He fucking cheated and got AIDS. God don't like certain things.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about being gay. I'm talking about cheating. I'm not talking about being gay. You can be gay. I'm talking about cheating.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are listening to the Pranzata Podcast. This is your host, Andrea Pranzatelli. This is episode number 119 on the Pranzata Podcast on YouTube. We have another guest today. This is Mr. Naim Ali. Naim is one of the funniest stand-up comedians in Philadelphia right now. He did some really cool work lately. He opened up for Shane Gillis. He also happens to be one of the co-hosts of the hilarious Philly-based podcast, Durag and the Deertag. I have some questions I prepared for him today. Before we get into it, please don't forget to hit subscribe. It is my mission to grow this channel this year, and your support would be incredibly helpful. Okay, so my first topic I have on here today, I want to get right into this. Mm-hmm. So we had a bonding moment on Instagram because you posted something in your story, and I haven't talked about this on my podcast yet, so I want to bring it up right now. You posted something on your story with women that were showing full titty. Which you aren't supposed to do that on Instagram. Okay, so can you explain to the listeners why they were allowed to put full titty?
Because I thought originally that they were breastfeeding their babies. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is a loophole these moms are using to show titty. So
is it still going on?
Babies. It is still going on. And a lot of people pointed out that those weren't even real babies.
In my opinion, that is worse.
That's way worse.
The fact that they're not real babies, because the whole reason why they allowed the real babies is because they're trying to say, hey, this isn't sexualized, this is breastfeeding.
Yes.
But these women are like, hey, let's pretend it's my mind's going so many places right now. First of all, is there actually a breastfeeding fetish, or do people just want to see the titties?
There is a breastfeeding fetish.
Because you can see titties and breastfeeding other places. Like, what's the big deal?
I don't get the point of putting it on Instagram.
Because it's taboo. It's like, you can't see it here.
And so that's what it is. Better, yeah, you know what? That's true. That's exactly what it is. But there is definitely a breastfeeding fetish. Yeah, there are men that like that want to suck on titty milk and shit like that.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of, I mean, you know what, though? I feel like it's every type of fetish.
Yeah.
I think you'll find a man that's into anything. It's probably a man that's into like knees and elbows.
Knees and elbows.
Yeah, just odd parts of the body, ankles and shit like that.
Yeah.
Are freaks.
There's a lot of foot fetish stuff.
Yeah. Men are freaks.
That's actually true. I don't know a ton of women with fetishes. Mm-hmm. We're kind of just like jumping right into it here. But if I can think of my fetish, it's like seeing guys turned on. That's not a fetish. That's just like
right.
Normal.
That's most women's thing.
I'm like, whatever turns a guy on is my fetish.
Yeah, I never thought you're right. Yeah, women don't really have fetishes.
I mean, I don't want to like generalize it. There must be some women out there that are like into the dominatrix stuff. I don't even know if that's a fetish.
Yeah, that has to be a thing. Yeah. Okay. So all right. No, they're women with fetishes. Women, all right. This is pushing it a little bit. What I'm about to say is pushing it. But my ex-girlfriend had like a rape fetish.
I think
that's fucking weird.
I actually don't. I think that's normal.
Crazy. You think that's normal?
Kind of.
She was asked me to like fake break into her house.
Okay, that's
nuts. I said no to that. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
I was gonna say if it's something that a woman's fantasizing about in her imagination, I think that's kind of.
But you shouldn't be fantasizing about that. That's a crazy fantasy.
I was just talking about this to one of my female friends today on Instagram. We were talking about female fantasies, and she was saying how women love like the vampire that's going to take advantage of. They like serial killers.
Yeah, women like danger.
They want to feel like they're. And I was explaining to her, I think I'm fucked up because I always have fantasies where I'm the one in power.
Okay, right. So you want to be the dangerous one.
Not even I want to be the more powerful one.
Okay.
So it's just we're just getting right into it here.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good podcast.
I do have a question though. What do you think about that? About the going back to the breastfeeding thing? If we're talking about breastfeeding in public, as a man, would you be grossed out?
No, I'm okay with that. That's just a natural thing.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can breastfeed in public. That's all right.
Yeah.
But I think you can do you should do most natural things in public if you have to.
Yeah.
All right, so if you can breastfeed somewhere in privacy, I'd rather that.
Yeah.
But if you have to breastfeed in public, then go ahead and do it. But it's the same thing with pissing. I don't want you to piss on yourself.
No,
so if you have to piss in public, go ahead and piss somewhere.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's natural.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my next question for you. Oh, this is question 1.5 because I added it in because you actually wanted me to ask this question for some reason because we had an argument about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
How does a guy measure his dick? Do you measure from the top of the shaft to the head or the balls?
No, yeah, it's from like your pelvis to the head.
The top, right?
Yeah.
I told you.
Not the nuts. What you
Don't measure from the nuts.
Measure
That's
underneath.
That's cheating.
Yeah, that's adding some inches probably.
That's what I said. There's extra skin, there's extra skin down there, and if you measure from the balls up, you're going to.
Yeah.
How's everything looking?
But you know what? On the contrary, that's probably more true of a measurement because your dick goes back further if you measure from the bottom than you measure from the top.
But people aren't going to be honest about that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I always count from the top forward.
Yeah, I think that's how everybody. I mean, that's the only part that matters. That's the only part that anybody would see.
Yeah.
I mean, a girl might lift up your dick and look at the underside of it, but that's later on down the line. You know, that's not happening the first time she sees your dick. She's not gonna lift it up like I gotta see it from this angle. That's not happening first.
That's what I do every time.
Just lift up the dick.
Before we do this, let me check.
Yeah, let me see what you got going on under here.
All right, I actually asked the listeners, but I asked them really last minute, so I didn't get that many questions. I have a question from a listener. I wrote it in the back here.
Oh, nice.
It's actually your friend, I think. His name is Perks and Caicos. Do you know?
Oh yeah, yo! I know this motherfucker asked something crazy.
I'm gonna sound so white asking this. He wants to know what fit you grabbing from the City Blue on 52nd.
Hey yo!
What is this fit? Fuck? Is that like an outfit?
Yeah.
What is this an inside joke or is this a real?
No, this is just a black ass question.
Well, let's answer. Tell him.
Damn, from 52nd Street.
Yeah. Is that Westfield?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh damn, from City Blue. Shit, what they got in there? I probably got to get like a Rockaware set.
What's City Blue?
It's a like a urban clothing store.
Oh, nice.
They only sell hood clothes.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't even know what they sell in there now because people don't even wear that type of shit. Like black people wear normal shit now.
Have you guys ever heard of a Jeweler's Row?
Yes, that's in Center City.
I just went there for the first time yesterday, and it was wild. I was trying to, because I'm moving next month, I was trying to pawn off jewelry from ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
But, like, we're talking not recent ones, like long ones. I'm like, I don't feel bad anymore. This is like 10 years.
You should never feel bad about selling your ex's jewelry.
Yeah, but, like, there were I can't believe there's people out there with enough money that they can casually shop and be like, these are nice, and they're like 80,000. Like that's like a down payment on a house.
Yes, yeah,
for this jewelry. Mm-hmm. And the guy looked at my jewelry and he goes, "This isn't for us."
Oh, yo, damn.
He said, "This is synthetic."
Oh no!
I'm like, damn. So either my boyfriends lied to me, or they were
somebody lied
ripped
to
off.
them. Yeah, because that happens.
Yeah,
a jeweler will rip you off.
Yeah. So
damn, that's crazy.
But have you ever been there? It was crazy.
Yeah, that's where I got my ex-wife's wedding ring from.
Yeah.
That's why I got her engagement ring and her wedding ring.
Yeah, Jeweler's Row it's something else. It's like a sight to see.
I paid like maybe like $7 or $8 grand for the ring.
Yeah.
And then we got divorced, and like a couple years later, she went to sell it, and they gave her like $1,000 for it.
Oh, so you don't even get like?
Fuck no, you don't get nowhere near to what you paid for it.
Yeah.
They mark up everything like 700%.
Damn. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the guy put on his mask and his goggles, and he looked at it and he goes, "This ain't for us."
Damn. You should have called your ex-boyfriend like, "Yo, I gave you a fake ass ring."
Okay, my next question. Okay, I saw you post something on Facebook recently, and I think this is the exact quote, but correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. "I gotta get out of Philly." Is that what you said? Yes,
that is an exact quote.
Why? And are you serious? And why?
I am serious. It's 2 people getting murdered here.
Okay.
There's 2 people get killed. People get killed every day.
In all the sections, or just the?
Damn near.
Yeah.
And not even just that. It's just sometimes I feel like it's like a dark cloud over the city. And most of the people I know that made it, like in comedy, or not even just comedy, anything, they moved. They went to New York. Or they went to
Kevin
Austin.
Hart started in Philly,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So now the next question is, are you going to go to LA, Austin, or New York? Those are probably your
I would
best.
never go to LA.
New York or Austin?
I would never go to New York.
So then Austin.
I don't think I could go to Austin either. All my
Where-
friends moved. If I move to Austin, I'm gonna feel like a dick eater because all my homies already moved there. And they're like, "Oh, here goes Naim following the fucking train." I
But
can't do that.
Where's the popping comedy scene then? Like besides those-
Austin is the best
Yeah.
comedy scene right now. Philly has the best comics. Like, we got the funniest people.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna just stay here
Yeah.
until I make enough money to buy like a second house somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like. I don't like having to be here all the time.
Have you lived here your whole life?
Yes, I was born here, raised here, never lived anywhere else. Never lived in Jersey, never lived in Delaware, only lived in Philly my entire life.
I have to say, I've only lived in Philly for 6 months, so I'm on like a different side of
Oh,
this than you.
you're not from here?
No, I'm from Central.
I wonder why you were saying things like you never been there before.
No,
Okay.
I've only been living here for 6 months. As a matter of fact, I think the first time I met you and saw you and Drew was at a roast battle, not anywhere near here.
Really? In the Poconos?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing there? That roast battle sucked.
Yeah.
That whole little thing that we did, whatever that was they invited us to, that thing sucked.
Yeah.
I think we had fun with the roast battle, but everything besides that.
Yeah. But that's where I'm from North Jersey, which is actually closer to the Poconos. But I've been here for 6 months, so I'm kind of on the other end of it where I'm like just discovering everything. So I'm not like worn out. I will say this though, Kensington fascinates me because like when people say, "Oh, homeless, fentanyl crisis," in North Jersey, I know of homeless people like the homeless people in New York City, which are just like normal,
people just laying around chilling all day,
nice people. And the fentanyl crisis, as far as I know, is like rich kids that just overdosed.
Yeah.
This is a whole different beast.
Oh yeah, this is something. Yeah, it's way different.
This is crazy.
Yeah, tons of them just sleeping, standing up.
Yeah.
You know, they got like body parts falling off them. Did you see that?
Yeah. So I feel like the people listening should know about this if you don't know about this. So I went like full circle, like I like binge watch documentaries about it because I'm like, this is like around the corner from us and everybody should know what this is. But it's like, so I guess it started with heroin and then they started putting fentanyl in the heroin, but now they're putting xylazine, which is animal tranquilizer, and it's causing people's limbs to rot away.
Yeah.
And I watched like countless documentaries of like interviews of some of these people, and what they explain is like they just came here originally for heroin. They weren't expecting.
That's how all this started.
Yeah, they weren't expecting all this stuff to be snuck in it. Now the come down from this drug is so intense that they need to go back to the xylazine to even cope.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like the withdrawal is like bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you were drawn from that and heroin, that's crazy.
Yeah.
These people are already dead. They're already dead.
Like
There's nothing
zombies.
they can do.
Yeah.
They're gone already. I don't even know how you could clean that shit up.
Yeah.
There's no way to clean it up. It's just. But you know what? It's not us. That's how I cope with it. It ain't me.
Yeah.
My life's good. I don't have to fucking. I'm not on heroin or xylazine. Nobody I know. I don't know anybody I know that's on that shit. Like, I don't believe in AIDS. I don't think AIDS is real.
Wait, what do you think?
I never met anybody that had AIDS or HIV.
I met one guy.
Really?
Yeah, my ex-boyfriend's dad.
From New Jersey.
From New
Definitely from New Jersey.
They don't got AIDS in Philly.
No AIDS in Philly.
Yeah, no, he I feel like bad talking about this, but I'm not saying his name. So
You didn't say his name?
I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah.
So I had an ex-boyfriend who had a homosexual father, and his father was having an affair on the wife, like with men.
Mm-hmm.
He got AIDS.
Oh no.
And he died.
What?
Yeah. Not right away, but he died young. He died at like 50 or 60.
Did he give it to the mom?
I don't know.
Damn.
That I don't know.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
He fucking cheated and got AIDS.
Yeah. So.
God don't like certain things.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about being gay. I'm talking about cheating. I'm not talking about being gay. You can be gay. I'm talking about cheating on your wife. That's not cool.
Let's clip that.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I always wondered, like, because I fuck around with, like, spiritual ideas and stuff like that. Maybe this is going too far, but do you think STDs are, like, a penalty?
Yeah. I think everything negative is a penalty for something. Like, I think if you, I think if you catch a disease or
Like,
I don't know, somebody
a lesson to be learned type of thing.
Somebody steals something from you or any of those things. I think it's all a penalty. You did something.
Yeah.
It's karma.
Shit, what did I do to get my car stolen? So when I when I first heard of your podcast, I thought Durag and Deertag, I thought that you were Durag and he was Deertag, but you're Deertag and he's Durag?
It kind of switches.
It goes back and forth?
Yeah, because sometimes I do a lot of like white hunt and shit, and sometimes Drew do a whole lot of hood things. But then sometimes he does white hunt and shit, and sometimes I do hood things. So
you guys just like mesh together?
Yeah.
I actually had this as a question later, but I'm going to ask it now because it makes sense. You guys have a good chemistry. How did you guys meet each other?
Doing open mics in Philly. Like just like in the comedy scene, doing mics.
Yeah.
He was doing a podcast called The John Podcast, and I was doing a podcast called The Ramble.
Yeah.
Then I was a guest on his podcast.
Yeah.
And me and him just had real good chemistry. And Thank you. And then one of his old podcast hosts was like, yo, y'all should start a podcast together.
Yeah.
And then he gave us a name for it. I don't know how long he was thinking about it because he literally said, yo, y'all should start a podcast together. And then he was like, y'all should call it Durag and the Deertag. So like, bro, you thought about this already.
Yeah. No, he was right. He hooked it up because, like I said, you guys have a good chemistry. And it's funny, I listen to so many serious podcasts. I do like David Goggin, like I do all that.
Oh yeah, I listen to David Goggin.
Yeah, I'm like into all the serious stuff, but I listen to your guys' stuff. Like I was like really into this one episode where you guys were talking about like the bidet. I was like so into that. Yeah.
Because Rob got a bidet installed into his toilet at his home.
Yeah, I was gonna install one here, but I was like, I'm moving next month, so there's no point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. My next question. I don't know if this was on your podcast or if I heard this somewhere else. I can't remember, like a clip on your Instagram. But you said you stopped smoking weed. Is that true?
Yeah, I did. I smoked yesterday because it was 420. But I only hit the L.
How long did you stop?
So I stopped in, what is this, May? No, this is April.
Yeah.
So I stopped in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the last week of February.
What made you stop?
I was getting like depressed, and then it would be days where I wouldn't smoke for like maybe 2 or 3 days, and I would feel great.
Yeah.
Then I go back and smoke again. I'm like, all right, it's the weed. Like it just brings my energy down.
So the weed was making you depressed, you think?
Yeah. Or put it like this: it was bringing my energy down, which wasn't making me happy.
Do you smoke weed before you go on stage?
I used to. I'm not even gonna say I don't think. I know I'm way better not smoking before I go on stage.
Yeah.
Because weed just slows down like your brain function. It makes you think slower. You forget things. So there's times where I've been on stage high and I forgot my next joke and I'm like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna say now?
I get anxiety when I'm high.
Same. I get so much anxiety. I think everybody does. I think you just get used to having anxiety.
Yeah. I remember one of my friends, like, this was an ex from a while ago. I was sick. I had, like, the flu or something. And I was in a lot of pain. And he was like, why don't you smoke a little weed before bed? It'll help, like, calm your whatever, nerves or whatever. And I remember all I could think about was I got so paranoid. And all it did was just make me more in touch with how my body felt.
Yes.
And I was like, I remember telling him, I was like, this must be what a dying body feels.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is way worse. Like, it didn't take it away from me. It just brought me closer to it. Yep. If that makes any sense.
It makes you feel all your pain. I hate that about weed.
Oh, yeah. Like, I felt like everything.
You feel everything.
Yeah.
I have, my shoulders are fucked up. I played football for a long time, so my shoulders are fucked up. My knees kind of fucked up.
Yeah. And
I had stopped smoking. And then yesterday I smoked with, like, Drew and everybody at Helium. And immediately I felt everything. I'm like, fuck. Like my shoulders fucked up. My knee hurts now. I felt perfect all day.
Well, I wonder why that happens. Like,
I don't know
because
what
it
that
makes
is.
you more in tune with everything.
Maybe. I hate it. Whatever it is, I hate it. I don't want to be
Yeah.
that in tune with my body. I don't want to know what's happening.
Yeah, it's not good. I didn't like it.
So you don't smoke either?
No, I don't. And I
Great.
went through the edibles phase, like, because they were like popular for a while, and then I tripped on it and I couldn't do it after that.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you see?
I only had 2 gummies because I would take one gummy a night and I was fine, and I was like, fuck it, let's do 2.
Yeah.
I was by myself. I couldn't walk. Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
I've been that high before.
Yeah, like I had to like crawl to the bathroom because I couldn't walk. Nauseous. It wasn't what I saw necessarily, but it was like everything I was hearing. I was watching like a Larry David show, and I remember Curb Your Enthusiasm.
It's a funny show.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But I remember for some reason in my like trip or whatever, I experienced it as like a demonic like play, like a like a demonic like musical.
Yeah.
Like I was experiencing them all as like singing like evil elf. It was really
Oh yeah, that's trippy as hell.
And it was not fun because I was by myself too, which made it even worse.
That's scary.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna die.
I can believe you. I don't do edibles. Edibles make me feel weird.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and I remember I was like hearing sounds in the house, and it was all part of the musical. So like,
oh damn,
like it was like music, like stuff in the walls were creaking, and it was like
what?
Yeah, it was not
That's
good.
so creepy.
Yeah, it was really bad.
You gotta stay away from weed.
I don't even think I ever want to try mushrooms because like I hear some people they have a psychotic break when they do certain things, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that would be me.
I don't think mushrooms would do that to you.
Really?
Nah, I don't think people. I mean, I'm sure somebody probably out there has had a psychotic break on mushrooms. Yeah. But mushrooms it's not worth trying. No, I'll tell you that right now.
You tried it?
I've done it, and it's top loaded. It's a whole lot of fun in the beginning, and then the longer the trip lasts, you just get more introspective. You just start thinking about like, damn, I remember when I said this mean thing to this girl in 3rd grade. Like, you just start thinking about all the fucked up shit you did.
I think that's why people say they're supposed to take it. It's supposed to like make you more humble and erase your ego.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're an asshole, then take mushrooms. But if you're a nice person already, you don't need to take mushrooms.
Well, where do you lean more towards? Would you say you're more like naturally a nice person or naturally?
Yeah, I'm a nice person. I need to take mushrooms though because it did help me like realize my bullshit areas.
Yeah.
So I needed it. I don't know. I'm one of those people for a long time. I would believe like I would gaslight ladies. But it wasn't. I didn't know I was gaslighting because I would believe the shit I was saying.
Right.
But I knew it was some form of manipulation. Yeah. But I didn't. In my head, it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm gaslighting this lady right now. No, I was like, what I'm saying it could be right in some universe. You know what I'm saying? But it was all bullshit.
Like what? Do you have an example?
Yeah, I remember I cheated on my ex-wife one time, and when I got caught and we had a discussion, I was like, well, you always arguing and bitching at me. You weren't arguing with me so much that when we try to talk to other ladies, and that's just a bullshit thing. Yeah. You can't say that. Like, that's not justified cheating. Yeah. But in the moment, I felt like this is a valid point. If she didn't nag me so much, then I wouldn't cheat on her. And that's just, what are you doing? That's a nothing thing to say. You can't say that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I realized my bullshit because of mushrooms.
That's good though.
Yeah. If you're going to do a drug, do Molly.
What? Wait, what is Molly? I actually don't even know what that is.
I don't know what's in it, but it's just a good drug. I think it's like some type of ecstasy or something.
Is it really?
It makes you just love everybody and want to have long conversations.
I don't know what I could take that's not going to make me see a demonic choir. So I'm like terrified of everything.
Molly, you don't see shit on Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Molly plays with your like endorphins and it rushes all your fun juice to like the front of your brain. So it makes you want to have party times.
I heard that some people, if they do cocaine, if you're hyper and you do cocaine, it could calm you down. That would probably be me.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never done cocaine before, but that's crazy. It can calm people down.
Certain people, because like I think most people it hypes them up, but if you're a very hyper person, I feel like because all my effects to drugs are so weird, I would probably be that person.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I got in a car accident when I was like 24 or 25. Yeah. And they gave me a prescription for Percocets. And Percocets hyped me up. But other people make them fall asleep.
I was just talking about this with my parents the other day. One time I got a root canal and they gave me a prescription of 30 Percocets for one root canal. And I told them, I was like, how long am I going to be in pain? They're like, one day. And I was like, you're giving me 30 Percocets? And I'm like, and I asked the lady, I'm like, isn't this how drug addiction starts?
Yep.
She goes, only for drug addicts. And I was like,
what? That's crazy.
So I was like, all right. And I took the Percocets and I had to give the bottle to my boyfriend at the time because I liked them so much.
They feel great. It makes you feel beautiful.
It was the best, like, couple of best days I had in my life.
Yeah, I told, when I was on them, I had told people that. I'm like, so they prescribed me 90 a month. And I started out, I probably took them for maybe the first week.
Yeah.
But I also was smoking weed at the same time, and that was the best feeling. Like smoking weed and taking a Percocet, the best feeling. But I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to control it, so then I probably had maybe 80 left, and I just sold them.
It hits everybody different, I think. Like some people get sick off of it, but for me, it was like
I get sick if I take more than one pill.
I never tried that.
Yeah,
I probably would too, though.
Yeah, I tried 2 pills. I just threw everything the fuck up.
Yeah.
But I could take 1 pill a day and be good and have a great fucking day.
It's nice.
It's such a good feeling.
Like you don't feel pain on it.
You don't feel pain.
Yeah.
You're not stressing about anything. It's like your thoughts are kind of more fluid a little bit. I don't know. It's crazy.
I think I need it now.
Right. Yeah, we're doing an ad for Percocets. That's not cool.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is a random question. I've been single for like 6 months now, and I haven't put myself out there. So I'm starting to think about like putting myself out there again.
Nice.
I'm going to be 36. I don't even know how we do it anymore because I've been in 2 long-term relationships, like, and then the last time I was single was like when the phones and the apps weren't the thing.
Right. Yeah.
So like, what do I do as a 36-year-old woman? My question for you is, would it be off-putting if a woman approached you in real life and said, "Can I have your number?" Is that like outdated? Can I do that to people?
That's fine. You can do that. It makes it easier for men.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not a turn off. It's not like she's
my ex-wife did that to me.
Did she really?
Yeah, we met in college, and she literally yelled from her apartment window, and I was like, "What's up, lady?" I was like, "We want to talk to one of my friends?" She was like, "No, I want to talk to you." And I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh, that's how she did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she came downstairs, got my number.
Like Rapunzel.
Yeah, right. Yep. Right. Yeah. You know, that's not awkward. And I'm 36. I'm gonna be 37 in August. I don't know how to do this. I've been single now for what, a week? Maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm like rolling around.
I've been single for like 6 months. I haven't put myself out there, and I'm like ready to start. And well, I'm gonna wait till I move first, and then I'm gonna start. And it's just overwhelming because I know everybody's doing the apps and everything, and that's just not something that appeals to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Have you ever done them before?
No, I've never done like a Tinder or anything like that.
But I feel like everybody is going to be married now.
No, or divorced. A lot of people our age are divorced.
That's true. I might be hitting the jackpot.
This is when people are divorcing their fucking college sweetheart right now.
But then they have a lot of crap they have to work out.
Yes, so you don't want those guys.
Yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta find a divorcee who's been like had his whole whore phase already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was probably like a maybe 3 or 4 year process for me. Yeah. It was like I was divorced, then I started comedy, and then I was like fucking girls at the shows and shit like that.
Oh my God.
And then that's when you get a girlfriend. I got a girlfriend because I was like, this isn't sustainable. You can't live like that. You can't have sex with random people. It's just not a thing. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
It's not good for your soul. It makes your spirit.
I agree.
Hurt. It's not good.
I was talking about this with him before. We were talking about how like he was like, you know, am I somebody who's ever had like those whore phases? When I was younger, sure, but as I've gotten older, I can't. If I sleep with somebody, I can't not feel something.
Yeah, we gotta have some type of attachment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the older you get, the more like aware your like soul and shit you are. You know, when we were kids, it's just like, all right, we just want to have fun. But now you get older, it's like, no, I want to do things with some substance.
How long did you go through a whore phase after your divorce till you figured that out?
Sorry, so I started comedy at 31. I got my girlfriend at, when did we get together? And I was 33, maybe
It was
34.
long horses.
Yeah, so probably like 2 or 3 years.
Do men get a lot of women like hitting on them at comedy shows?
If you do good on stage, yeah.
Yeah.
If you crush, women love that.
Yeah.
If you bomb,
No.
women hate that. They think you're an idiot. They're like, why'd you just try that thing on stage? They hate that. But if you crushed, they love you.
I wasn't sure how that was. Like, because I know, for women it's one thing, but I wasn't sure how men, like, I know male musicians get a lot.
Oh, yeah, they get all of it.
But I wasn't sure how comedians do,
Yeah, women like funny guys. This is the craziest thing. So a lot of times comedy shows is like a date night. Like that's where boyfriends and husbands take their wives.
Yeah.
So many women will flirt with you right in front of their boyfriend or husband.
Oh, wow.
It's nuts. Because you know what it is? You're responsible for the good time. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
All he did was buy a ticket and sat her down in the seat and got her drunk. And she's listening to you talk for the whole fucking night.
So, like, after the show?
Yes. They walk up to you and they're just flirting with you right in front of the guy.
And the guy's standing right next to
right
her?
there. And then now he hates me. Now he looks at me like I did. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You brought her to see my show.
I was going to ask you, is it because I know men are intimidated by funny guys.
Mm-hmm.
What about funny women? Would you ever be able to date a funny
Never could I do
Yeah.
that. Never. Yeah. Ew. No.
Why?
It's just, I don't know. Funny women are sometimes funny at the wrong time.
Okay.
And I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to be serious and now she's making a joke. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. When she's being serious, I joke around. It can't be both of us doing that. That's weird.
Yeah, I dated a guy that we were both piano players, and he was he was much better than me.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of tension in that relationship.
Really?
Yeah, because, we both lived in a small town, and there's only, like, so many rooms for the gigs for the good piano players.
Yeah,
so
true.
I felt like,
True.
like I was competing with him sometimes. And it was, there was good parts of our relationship, but I would imagine two stand-up comedians, like if one is like thriving and one is like kind of falling behind and they're dating, that would probably be rough.
Yeah, some of my homies date comics, and that is a thing. Where like if she's killing and getting booked on a lot of gigs and he's not, now they're arguing every night. They're like, bro, why you're jealous of your girl? That's what that is.
I would date another musician, but just not the same instrument.
Right.
Like we got to complement each other.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, I mean, I dated a drummer, and that we started a band together, so we complemented each other.
Nice.
I mean, we broke up for different reasons, but the musically everything was a fit.
Yeah, I would never date a comic.
Yeah.
That's not attractive to me.
Funny woman.
A funny woman, that's just not I don't mind if a woman's funny. If she's just funny, that's fine. But it doesn't make me like her any more or less.
Right.
It's just a thing. It's just an extra thing.
Interesting. It's good to know. You've been growing a lot as a comedian. I've seen your growth on Instagram. I've seen you co-host your podcast and the podcast expanding. What would you say? Yeah, no, it's really cool to see. What would you say has attributed towards that? Is it lucky circumstances? Have you been grinding harder to get to that point?
It's a mix of all of those things. Been grinding hard, consistency.
Yeah.
Been grinding harder lately. Got a great producer who kind of like made our shit look more professional.
Yeah.
Good friends. Shane Gillis looks out for me.
Oh, you're friends with him?
Yeah, that's my fucking guy. That's how I got on tour. I only been doing comedy for 5 years. I should not be opening for one of the biggest comics.
Yeah.
In huge ass theaters and arenas and shit like that. You don't do that in 5 years, but he's my friend. And it just so happened that he blew up. And so he's looking out for me. Same with Matt McCusker. Matt's looking out for me.
And you started later in life, too.
I started at 31. I started so late. Most of my comedian friends started at like 19. They started young as hell.
And you might be even ahead of some of those friends.
Yeah, now. But so here's the thing. Starting comedy later on is like a cheat code.
Yeah.
Because now you got all this material. Because you live like a real life.
Right.
Like I was divorced when I started comedy. I had shit to talk about. If you start comedy at 19, I don't know what the hell you talking about. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
College? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You guys, it's literally maybe 2 or 3 things you can talk about: sex, relationships, school, and I don't know. I guess some awkward shit that happened to you when you were a kid. That's about it.
Yeah. So that kind of shows like you can really start at any age, and you're right. There is a particular advantage about starting later because you can start with like a fresh perspective of life that you've lived.
Yeah, and I started after the cool phase. So you know how in your 20s you're trying to be cool and shit like that?
Yeah.
I was 31, divorced, and I had to I had just moved back into my mom's house because like my ex-wife got the house and shit. There was nothing cool about me. So it was like,
you were just put yourself out there.
Yeah, this just I was just saying raw jokes, just raw shit. I wasn't thinking about, I gotta make sure I seem cool when I say this. No.
Yeah.
It was just jokes.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. No, good for you though for having it sounds like you have like a bunch of different factors going on.
Yeah, I do. And I'm in a good like this is the best place you can start comedy. Philly's the best place to start.
Yeah.
It's the funniest people. You can say whatever you want. You can't offend anybody in Philly. You just can't. People here just don't get offended. Like you can say whatever you want on stage. So that means you have like free range to just work on your material.
Was that a negative thing when you toured somewhere else and were used to being offensive and then had to scale back?
Yes, I had to tailor my jokes to the crowd. Yes, that did.
What states like was that an issue?
In all honesty, the worst one is New York. New York. They get so offended with everything. Because there's a lot of super woke white people. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of white people over there that are like, they like to pretend that these things either don't exist or you shouldn't talk about it. And it's like, come on, bro. I'm black. I can say it. Like, let me say
what
it.
What kind of topics were offending?
And when I first started doing shows in New York, I realized I can't say nigga more than once or twice on stage.
Really?
Yeah. What? I say nigga number 3, it's over. They like, hold up, there's too many niggas, bro.
You know Albert Davis?
Oh, that's my fucking guy. Yeah,
he's been on this podcast like 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, he and I have like a great chemistry every time we do.
Man.
Yeah, we do great. But the reason I brought him up, sorry, Al Davis, if you listen to this, he did I saw him do a show. He's half black, half white, half Jewish, half black. He says the N-word on stage, but when he does it, it sounds like his white side is saying it.
Yeah, yo. Damn, I can't believe you said that. Yo, I say that all the time. It don't sound right. It don't.
Sounds like the white side is saying it. And I went to a show, I saw him perform, and the girl, like a black girl in the audience, she raised her hand and she goes, "What are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm black." And she's like, "Oh, okay, we're cool now."
Yeah.
And he just, I can't do an impression of it because I am
white,
like so I wish I could do an impression of it.
I don't even know. I can't do an impression, but like when he'll dab you, he'll be like, "What's up, nigga?" But the way he said it, I just be like,
"Nah, I'll say with the W." Well, can I say that?
Oh yeah, you can say that.
He'll be like, "So my wiggers." Like,
yeah, he does. Yeah, he does it wrong. I don't know why. I think you know what it probably is. He's probably new to saying it. He probably ain't been saying it that long.
You think so?
Probably.
He brought it into comedy.
Yeah,
then that's probably a mistake.
Yeah, true.
Because you want to be authentic on stage.
Exactly. Right? But also, maybe he trying to get in touch with his black side a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, whenever he said it, it's like, come on, bro.
But in New York, they don't even like when a black person says that?
You can say it, but maybe once or twice.
And it's the white people that get mad?
Yes. You can't do trans jokes in New York. I don't have any gay jokes. But yeah, they had no trans shit, no. Of course, they hate Trump and all that type of shit. Yeah. It's like I just like to play with everything on stage. Yeah. I don't really like you can't figure out my beliefs from my jokes. Yeah. I just like to play around.
Are you a political guy? Like
Fuck no. Yeah. Hell no.
You just kind of like.
I don't even believe in that shit. Yeah. I think all that shit fake.
I do like comedians and shows that kind of play with both sides and make you think. Like South Park, I think was one that really messed around with that. Also, Tim Dillon, you know Tim Dillon?
Yeah, I know Tim Dillon.
He's that way too. Like I listen to his podcast, and you can never tell exactly where he's at.
Yeah, that's how you should play. That's the smart way to do it. Yeah, I'll play around with both sides, but I don't believe in any of it. I think it's just a game. Yeah. Go vote for this person. Go vote for that person. Don't fucking matter.
Yeah. Which one of these two statements do you agree with more? 1, love is a feeling that just happens naturally. Or 2, love is a choice that you make.
It's definitely a choice. Damn. We talk about all types of love?
I actually thought about that too. I'm like, that's too complicated. Let's narrow it down to romantic relationships. Okay. So are they just a choice?
That's a choice. That's definitely a choice.
You think so?
Yes. Because there have been women I didn't give a fuck about. And then I made them my girlfriend, and then they dumped me, and now I'm heartbroken. Like, I didn't even give a fuck about this lady before at all.
I've actually been in that same situation.
I fucking hate it. I'm in a situation right now. My ex-girlfriend now, she's been trying to be my girlfriend for years. When I was married, I cheated on my ex-wife with her. Yeah. And she was trying to be and I would always say, no, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. No, I don't want to. They give a fuck about her. And then now we break up and now I'm all fucking heartbroken. Like, why am I heartbroken? I chose to be like this. I wasn't in love with this lady at all.
From my perspective, that sounds more like a feeling that just happens, though, right?
No, because I chose to pour my feelings into her. I made myself feel like that.
Oh,
Like,
I think I
myself.
see what you're saying now. So like originally it was a no. What made you decide to like force yourself to feel that way?
Well, sometimes when somebody loves you a lot, you like, I gotta reciprocate this.
Huh.
And sometimes you start out faking.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes real. Like, damn, I really do love this person now.
I also feel like love, like if we're gonna break down the word love philosophically, what would it mean to you? Like love.
Okay, now my definition for love now would be like prioritizing somebody's wants and needs over yours.
That's
like,
what I would too.
Yeah,
which is a choice. That's a choice.
That's a choice.
Yeah.
That's a full-on choice.
Yeah.
But I think people just misuse the word a lot. Like people say they're in love or they say they love somebody and no, they don't.
Have you ever been able to fall in love with somebody that started very lustfully? Like it was just you guys hooked up fast and
yes.
Yeah.
This my ex-girlfriend now. Yes. It was nothing but fucking. We didn't have conversations. Like I said, so put it like this. Me and her first started messing around when I was maybe 14 or 15. And then we had just hooked up on and off throughout the years.
Yeah.
And like I said, when I was with my ex-wife, I cheated on my ex-wife with her a couple of times. But it was just sex. We had meet at a hotel, fuck around, talk for a little bit, and then I go about my business. She had a fiance at the time. It was just a normal just hookup. And then it turned into this whole thing. And you know what I blame it on? COVID. It's COVID's fault. It's COVID. Because then we just were hooking up all the time.
Because like there was nothing else
There's nothing to do. My job shut down. Her job shut down. We just started hooking the fuck up. Then I made her my girlfriend. And boom.
But then in the long story, it didn't work out. So it started... I guess you could fall in love with somebody if it's lust based in the beginning, but it might not be a good formula for long term.
It's not a good formula because that means y'all just like having sex with each other.
Yeah.
You might not like anything else about them.
What about the other way though? What if you meet somebody that you love talking to them, but you're not?
The sex ain't that. I've been there before too, yo.
Or what if how about this? What if the sex actually is good, but they're not like attractive to you? But they're still good.
Oh, I've been there before too, yo. Damn, these are some great questions. I've been there before. I've been with women where it's like, yeah, I'm not attracted to her, but the sex is good. She's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And now my biggest concern is like, damn, I can't let my friends see her. Like, I can't let my friends see her. She's like, damn, are you with her now? Yeah, that sucks.
That's an ego thing because I've been in that situation too where I was like, I know I'm better than that.
Yeah.
Like, but then, interestingly enough, I don't know if a woman's heart just opens up more than a man's. Mm-hmm. But interestingly enough, I've been with guys that he knows that I didn't find attractive, and then I found them incredibly attractive after like a year.
Yeah, so y'all do that.
Changed.
Women are like that.
Well, I don't know if men could do that.
No. We can't do that. If I'm with my unattractive girlfriend and I walk into a place with way more attractive women, I feel stupid as hell. Like, fuck, why am I with this one? What did I do? Why did I pick her?
What about one that's way hotter than you? Is that bad too?
No, if I have a girl that's way hotter than me,
that like men are just everywhere you go.
I like that type of shit.
You do?
That's a compliment. Yeah, and I'm not a pussy, so like I'm never gonna just let a man like talk to my girl in front of me.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like when like if I'm walking with a girl, like, every man just staring and shit. That's nice.
Yeah.
That means I chose right. I picked the right one.
Huh. Interesting.
I hate that women can just get attracted to any man. That sucks.
I think we were talking about that before too. I think women sometimes they date for money too.
That's my ex-girlfriend left me for a fucking 56-year-old rich African.
Really?
He's got prostate cancer. He can't even fuck her.
That's probably she's probably waiting for him to tell.
Yo, she probably is.
She's smart.
That's fucking crazy. A 56-year-old. Yo, so like we were still living together until like a week ago.
Yeah.
We broke up maybe 3 weeks ago. We're still living together like a week ago.
Yeah.
She would go on dates. He would take her on these extravagant dates. And then she would come home and fuck me. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, why are you doing this to me?
Did she ever complain like you weren't taking her out on dates?
Yes. Of course, that's the main issue. Like that's the main part. And my ex-girlfriend is rich. She's a fucking millionaire. So I can't afford to do the shit that she wants to do any fucking way.
Was she also saying like, you're always out doing comedy?
Yes.
Right.
But when she met me, I was doing comedy. So when she met me, she would come to open mics and shows and shit with me.
And then she stopped going with you?
Yeah, well, we got a 3-year-old daughter. So now she can't go. Or she can. I would be like, yo, I'll get a babysitter. Come to the show with me. Yeah. She's like, nah, I'm gonna just stay home. I think she got tired of the comedy grind.
Damn, relationships are messy.
They are messy.
Yeah.
People just can't keep things simple.
And I would imagine as a comedian, like it's probably hard to find something that works too because of how your schedule probably is.
Yeah, I kind of reserve myself to the fact that I probably just can't do relationships.
Probably not forever though. Maybe just like during your grind phase.
Yeah, like once I'm making some good money.
Once you're rich like that guy.
Yeah, once I'm a rich 56-year-old African, then I can get a fucking girlfriend or a wife or some shit. But like, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, no, there's got to be plenty of happy like wives married to rich comedians. I mean, like I'm sure Joe Rogan.
For sure. Joe Rogan's wife is probably happy as hell. Yeah. Bill Burr's wife.
I think he makes time for her though, because I hear him say on his podcast that he's like, we have our date night, but he probably has enough money that he could do that.
Exactly, and that's the thing. I can put it like this: I can do dates and shit like that, right? Yeah. But I hope you love comedy because most of these dates gonna be at a comedy club at one of my shows or some shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It is. I was trying to figure out like, damn, how can I even do a relationship? Wow. All right. Here's the other thing though, right? I do a lot of cool shit that I invite her to come do with me that she just doesn't do. Like when I'm on the road with Shane, he's always like, yo, you can bring whoever you want.
Like what kind of stuff is it?
What? Like, yo, come with me to Toronto. We can sightsee, go eat at restaurants and shit.
Yeah.
Then you come to me and Shane's show at night. You get to hang with whoever the fucking most famous people in Toronto are. She could have went to Drake parties with me.
Really?
Yes.
You got to see Drake?
No. Shane was invited, but then I told him we shouldn't go.
Why?
Because it wasn't like a real invitation. It was like, I mean, if you want, you can come. So somebody else that was going to Drake's party told Shane, yo, if you want, like, y'all can come with me.
I think I would have gone.
I'm like, Shane. I'm like, bruh, you Shane Gillis, dog. We don't go on those type of invitations. You need a Drake invitation. You need Drake to say, yo, I need you to come here.
Yeah. I saw on your Instagram that you did something with Dave Chappelle. Did you do
yeah, we went to Dave Chappelle's party.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, we went to his show.
At his house?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was at some place in Detroit. So so Shane had a show in Detroit. I was opening for him. Mm-hmm. And then whenever I meet famous people, I don't give a fuck. When I meet famous people, I'm just like, honestly, when I meet famous people, I make them introduce themselves to me. I'd be like, hey, I'm Naim. What's your name? I hit them with the what's your name.
Yeah, I mean.
Because it's like, bro, you still a person.
Yeah.
And when the last time you introduced yourself to somebody, famous guy? So I just act normal with famous people. So then.
Do you feel like a lot of the famous people you meet, they're like chill back, or do they have like an air about them?
They are. If you treat them like you don't give a fuck, they chill.
Yeah.
They don't like when you. I think it makes people uncomfortable when you're like
Stargaze.
Hey, I love your shit. Yeah, that sucks. And they are just normal people, so they treat them normal.
Yeah.
But so we were in Detroit, and then Shane was like, yo, you're always way too cool when you meet famous people. He's like, I don't like that shit. I'm like, why? He's like, cuz I know that inside you're probably really hyped. I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck. He's like, all right, we're gonna see about tonight. And I'm like, what's happening tonight? And then he didn't tell me at that time. And then surprise, we ended up at Dave Chappelle's party.
How did you act with
I was hyped and shit. I was like, what the fuck? I ain't gonna fucking love you.
Did you say that stuff to him?
Yeah, hell yeah.
How did he react? Was he like freaked out, or was he like, yeah?
He was chilled about it because it was probably only. All right, so Dave Chappelle is Muslim.
Is he really?
He is. Wow. I didn't know that either. And when he heard my name, he was like, when I introduced myself and I said, I'm Naim Ali, he was like, you Muslim? I'm like, yeah. And he got kind of hype about that. And then he was like, you from Philly? I'm like, yeah. And he got kind of hype about that. And then he knows that I opened for Shane. So then he's like, so then he must be kind of funny. And, and then I kind of insulted him a little bit just to make it more of a real situation, you know? Because I was too hype about him and I was just dicky and like, oh my God, Dave, you're so brilliant, huh? And then he showed me the intro to his Netflix special. And it was bullshit.
He has another one coming?
No, the one that just came out maybe 2 months ago or something.
Yeah.
He had showed me the intro to that. But it's not the intro that y'all saw. It was it was just him getting a bunch of awards. Like he was getting a Mark Twain award. Yeah. Then there was another one like his high school gave him an award. But it was like 6 minutes of him getting awards. I was like, Dave, this is too much. I'm like, you don't gotta show yourself getting awards. Like, what the fuck is going on with you, bruh? Like, nobody give a fuck that much. And then he was like, damn, you think so? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's corny as shit. Just 6 minutes of you receiving awards, who gives a fuck? And then he changed the fucking intro.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy, right?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his show was one of the greatest.
Of all time.
Yeah. I was really depressed when it ended.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of went crazy after that.
Yeah. All right. So we've probably been going for a while, so I don't want to hold any of you guys hostage any longer. So we're going to end the podcast there. Let them know where they can find you if they want to check out your shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Durag and the Deertag, or if they want to check out the podcast.
Check out Durag and the Deertag on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Follow me on Instagram, Naim_Ali. That's where I post all my shit.
I'll put a link to his Instagram below, so if it makes it easier for you guys, you want to check out his stuff. I highly recommend listening to his podcast as well. It's hilarious. If you're from Philly, you could see him live in person. But if you're from, different country or another part of the country, listen to his podcast. It's hilarious. And that's it. Pranzata Podcast, episode 119. Have a good night, guys. Bye.